Sunday, the 11th of November, Remembrance Sunday. So to show our respect, I'm going to try and make a paper poppy. Mum has made these ones already.
Right, so the black one is to commemorate the Black, African and Caribbean communities. The purple one is for the animals who have been victims of war, and the white one is for peace. The red one, the most common one, is to commemorate those who sacrificed their lives and still do to this day.
To make our red poppies, we need some red paper, PVA glue with some toothpicks, scissors, black marker pen, pencil to curl, and some templates that look like huge giant teeth.
Right, so first we need to fold the paper in half. You need some help?
Have I got it?
In here. In here. Better if you do it that way, because then you can see, because yours is white on the back. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we need to cut that.
It looks like a book.
That one. So I'll do cutting, because it needs to be quite straight. But you've got lots of gluing later on, so you can get all mucky.
Yay!
Right, now you need to fold these two pieces. Oh! Lengthways.
I can't do it.
Hang on.
I can't do it. It's not letting you.
That is a bit harder, isn't it? That way. And your other one. Can you do your other one? Put that one to the side. This one.
Oh.
Can you do that one as well? Or do you need help with that one as well?
Help.
Actually, we will do that one that way because we can draw on them. Right. Now, what you need to do with each piece is to now fold it end to end.
Help. It won't let me.
It's a bit hard to fold that one, is it? So you end up with 4 pieces like that.
Thank you.
Don't have to be 100% folded neatly because we will be cutting the petals out. So that's that one. And then can you manage that one as well or not? You get your corners together there.
Have I done it?
Yeah. That's it. Lay it on the table and then hold it and then press. And then again, corners to corners. And again, you've got another one like that.
I did it the first time and now I can't
That's
do
alright,
it the
because
second time.
it's a bit hard because your paper is a bit thicker than the one that I've got. Okay, so you've got now 2 little books of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The tiny
Now,
box.
what you want to do is the open end, so you've got folded end and the open end.
I'm not good at it.
Got your open end, which is that end there, so you can see all your pieces, yeah?
Yeah.
So that is going to be facing you. Alright, so the open end and the folded end. So that's going to be open end facing us. And then we get the big tooth template. Put it on.
We do need pencil pen.
We do, we need the pencil. And then We just draw around. Like that. Put that one to the side. And then we're also going to need to do it on this one as well. You're going to do your one first. Right, hold on a minute. Hand. Right, get it in the middle. Right, can you go around that? Do you want me to do it for you? Do you want me to do it? It's hard because it's white on white now, isn't it? Oh, even I missed the line. See? White on white, can't see. Right, so now you've got one big tooth. Look at that, white tooth.
What happened?
And then we can actually do the second one again, so make sure that you've got your open end again.
Would this be my open end?
I don't know if you've got the folded end or the open end. Should be quite easy to see.
Yeah, it'll be this way.
Yeah. So you've got two lots of templates. You can see them.
Template.
So, yep, that's right. And then put that on. Again, might be a bit harder to see this one. Try and do it quite dark so you can see what we're doing.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, that's turned out well. Right, so what we need to do now is to cut these out. That could be a bit tricky as well.
But I'll try and do it.
Oh, I don't know. Shall I do that bit for you? Yeah.
You know, I do this one, you do this one. I'll try and do it.
It doesn't matter if some of them actually move, because in real life no two petals are exactly the same. Just be careful. Now you need these pieces as well. You need to keep these because we actually need some pieces off of them. So just put them over there. So out of the first one we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll do it, Keira, 5, 6, 7,
I'll cut it.
8.
I'll send you a cut.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's actually quite hard to do.
Cut these out. We'll just take 2 more to make 10 big petals. And then we're going to trim the rest of the large petals down to smaller ones. So we're just going to lay them down there. Put the smaller template, thank you very much, Keira.
Yeah.
And draw around there. Oh, these can actually be a bit tricky because they are a bit smaller. So I'm just going to cut these ones before we do yours, Keira. So hopefully it does get a bit tricky. Yay! Lose the scissors. And then you end up with the smaller petals for the middle of the flower. Now these ones you only need 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the extra one you don't actually need to do anything with it, so we can put that to the side. Right, let's do your ones then, Keira. So next bit we need to do is to gather all of our little petals.
That's already done.
Yeah. And we just need to do a centre cut. Not too far up, just probably just about halfway, because we need to make the petal.
Like the scissors.
And then we need to collect all of the big ones line them all up.
I already done
Oh,
that too.
which can be a bit hard because they'll get stuck together. Eee. And hopefully, oh, they're not going in. So there we are. Again, just kind of round about halfway, as you can see. And then what we need to do, we'll cut yours in a minute, Keira, because the next step would be when we cut yours, is to roll, just with a rounded pencil, just to roll the edges of the petals over. And you can see that. And you do that with all of the petals to give them that petal curve. Yeah. So now we need to do all of the petals. Right, now the next bit is to actually glue the petals into the shape of the petal. And that's why, well, that's why we have the cut. So what I'm going to do now, the small ones are very, very tricky. Right, so they might be a bit hard, don't worry. They're even hard for me to do. Alright, bit of glue on there.
But you've already done them.
Yeah. And then what you have to do is to bring that in and glue it. Hold it just for a second. So it actually looks, if I can get it in my hand, it actually looks like a little petal.
Should I try and do it?
You can try and do one, yeah.
Can I do the big one?
Yeah. So that's one small one. Not too much, right? And you're going to need it on the bottom half.
Here?
Yep. That's it. Right, you need maybe a little bit more. That's it. And then the tricky bit is to fold that over. So you need to, hang on a minute. What you need to do is to bend that. If we bring it round this way, is to bend it and fold. There you go. You hold that, and it doesn't matter if the petal straightens up, because what we can do, there you go,
Ew.
is to recurl them on the pencil. Just a second, and you get curl again.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So I'm going to do a big one of mine. Now this paper is actually thinner than what Keira's is. This is more tissuey, if you like. That's not bad. So there again, shape of the petal. And what we're going to do is just curl the top of the petal over again. Sometimes just a couple of times just to curl them over. And then just place them down to dry. And we need to do every single petal the same. So the petals have now been glued and rolled, and they're all ready. And now we go on to the next stage. Right, so the next stage is the bits that we cut our petals out of, we're going to actually use. So first thing, take one strip, and we're just going to cut right down. Get rid of that. Open it up. And we're just going to cut down the middle. And all we need is one piece of that as well.
Yep, do I don't know.
We'll do yours in a minute, Keira. Hang on. And then we can get rid of all of that. one piece. Open that bit, and all we need to do is to basically draw a circle, or a near circle, and then we can cut that out as well. And that is going to be the bottom of the actual poppy that the petals get stuck to. So that's that part, so that bit can be out of the way. And then the next bit we have to do is to actually, with the black marker pen,
colour in.
Exactly. So we'll just get a piece of paper. We'll do yours in a minute, Keira, don't worry. And we just need to literally, doesn't need to be very neat. For some of the red to actually come through is actually good, because if you look closely at the middle of a poppy, it's not totally black. So even like our pen, kind of like running out slightly, it doesn't matter. To make it look better, depending on the thickness of your paper, I have actually been colouring both sides. But if your paper isn't very thick, or if you've got a really good marker as well, that would actually come through the other side. It's coming through a little bit, but just to make it better, I'm just going to colour that side as well.
We're wiggling the table.
And then yours, Keira, is obviously white on one side, so we'll have to try and colour that a little bit better. But not so much on the red side. Just move that along. So this one's nearly finished. All we need to do is trim up a little bit. Keira can start with hers in a minute. So you just,
ready.
Thank you very much. So just literally the edges, just trim them off. Ooh. So you haven't got too much of the red showing. And then what we need to do is to actually make eyelashes. I think you probably all know what that is. Obviously. Where you just cut very, very thin strips. Oh, and I think the paper's just slightly wet with the ink. So you just get eyelashes, and you go all the way down to the end. So now we're all set, aren't we? We've got 5 little petals each and 10 large petals each. We then got our eyelash strip that we've all been coloured and cut, both sides, and our circles, which are the bases. So first off, take one large petal. Do you want to do one as well, Keira? One large petal. Now I think sometimes the easiest way is to dab a bit of glue, you ready? Just on the bottom. You got it there? And what we're going to do, that's it, just a blob, is to just stick on the edge of your circle. And if you get a bit mucky, you can use the end of a pencil just to pop them down. You shouldn't need to do that first off. Alright, and then we'll do a second one.
Oh no. Oh no.
Again, just another blob. And that just goes next to that one. They don't need to cover the circle yet, because as the petals build up, all of the gaps actually get filled in anyway. again, blob on there. Oh, you got a big blob. Again, just on the edge. Oh, turn it around that way, darling. Don't worry. Right, so we've got our outer layer of petals on. Both of us. Keira's actually looks better than mine. And then we're going to go now for the next lot of large petals, so the next 5. So 5 on the outside. And then we do another 5 just on the inside. And we're actually going to go between the 2 petals. Just like that. And having that pencil can sometimes, if you've got bigger hands like me, if you got stuck, we just let you sit them in. Now mine have actually started to straighten up again, but I think Keira's not looking too bad.
Oh no.
Wait down.
I can't do
Right, hold
this
on a
one.
minute. Right, in between the petals again, there. Move it out slightly. Where do you go?
Can't do it.
Can't you get it in?
No.
Have you got enough glue on there? Right, just in the middle. Just there. There we go. I'm not looking. Right, now it's time to stick the little ones in the middle. And this can be a little bit more tricky as the hole in the middle is getting smaller. Ooh.
I can't get any glue.
Get your wind up, love. Might need to fill that up in a minute. Right, and again, in between the 2, just like that. You doing all right there?
Nope.
Nope. Oh! Glue to your trousers.
Tissue, please.
In the middle there.
There we go.
Cut that one down.
Right, now we need to do a second.
So do your second one then.
Uh-oh, it's dripping. It's dripping. Second,
Another
next
little
one.
bit on there. Turn it round. And I do actually, instead of going round in a circle, I do actually like to just go maybe every other
Gummy.
where you're going to put your petal, so you've got a gap, so they don't like go round in a spiral.
I'm not doing
You
it.
right? Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. Just move that round slightly there. That's in the middle of the 2. Is that?
Ew, that's dirty.
Yep. And then another little dab.
A little tiny dab.
And that goes in the middle of the 2 that I've just put in.
I made a V.
There we go. And turn it around, you can actually see all slightly moved.
Are these
There we
mine?
go.
Are these yours?
Right, so all the petals are now on.
I've already done mine.
Still see the glue on there at the moment, but that will dry clear.
I've already done mine.
And Keira's is looking quite nice there. Nice dark red. And we're now going to do the stamen that goes in the middle. Now I've already rolled Keira's. And now I'm going to show you, hopefully, how to do this one. So first thing, get some glue right along the bottom. This can be a bit tricky.
Why are we doing 2 red ones?
Well,
When we
because-
have one each of those.
Yeah, it's just because me and you were doing one together, isn't it?
That makes no sense.
But you can make some more later if you want.
Yeah, boy.
Different coloured ones, can't you? Right, now, this is
The tricky part.
the very tricky part, isn't it? You've already seen me do one. Right, so, best thing is to get your... Ooh, I can't pick it up. It's stuck to the paper. Right, move that out of the way. We'll clean the table.
Yeah.
Right, so get your cocktail stick. Right, oh, there, stuck to my finger again. Right in there.
That looks like a broomstick.
Yeah.
That would look like a broomstick.
Start turning it. Oh, that happened a little bit easier than your one, didn't it? And then just keep rolling it.
It's starting to look like a broomstick.
Yeah. Keep rolling. Oh, middle's coming out, but never mind. I think I'm starting to get taller on this one.
Mine's got the really short, and now hers is
Mine's growing in the middle.
yeah.
Mine's actually it might have gone a bit wrong.
It looks like a Christmas tree now.
But what we're gonna do is just stick the end like that.
How are we going to glue this in?
And then once I'm very sticky and black, just start feathering out the edges. And my middle's actually come up in there, but never mind. So feather them out, and you can see where we didn't colour a whole block of black.
Yeah.
You've got the red coming through.
Yeah, I've got the red.
Yeah, and Keira's as well. There's mine. Alright, so just lay that. Bring the poppy back. And then what we need to do is to turn that all the way over and get a nice big blob, if we can.
You got it on your finger.
Ooh.
Snip it. You've got a lot.
Yep, you need a lot to keep it on.
Is that mine?
Yep.
I thought that was yours.
Alright, so, and maybe... Ooh, you're not coming off. Well, how about if we just stick that in there like that?
No.
And then put that in the middle.
And it's
then
finished.
You start opening the stamen.
Then it's finished.
And that is one poppy.
Mine looks more good.
It does, it looks very pretty, that.
Why is
Because
it
it's a nice dark red.
Yeah, glossy.
I'm going to see if I can glue mine on. I don't think mine's going to actually look as good as yours.
Hey.
And again, I might need to do the stamen again on this one, but we can do that later. Ooh, it is, could be squished. Never mind. But that
Is it?
is the poppies.
Comment down below which one that you like better, mine or my mum's. Here we are, we've finished our poppies. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Peace.